Hare Krishna. So in today's video, we're going to discuss about Guru. Last video, we discussed about bona fide Vaishnava Parampara. One cannot understand spiritual knowledge by one's own effort. One has to approach a spiritual master or a Guru. And the Guru has to belong to a bona fide Vaishnava Parampara. Now there's one very famous verse. Om Ajnanathmirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, who with the torchlight of knowledge has opened my eyes, which were blinded by the darkness of ignorance. And so we are all born in ignorance, and the spiritual master, he uses the torchlight of knowledge and opens up our eyes. Guru brings us to light. Guru gives us the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and brings us out of this darkness into light. But for that to happen, we have to change our perspective. When we receive any knowledge, knowledge should transform our life. What is the use of knowledge if it is not applied and if it doesn't transform? Let's take an example. We all know that while driving a vehicle, we should stop if the signal is red. Suppose I'm driving and maybe I'm in a hurry, I don't stop at the red signal. Now, I knew that I should stop, but I did not apply that knowledge. What is the use of such knowledge? I will still be caught by the traffic police and fined. Therefore, if we have the knowledge but do not apply it, then that knowledge becomes useless. So we need to go to a Guru, we need to receive that knowledge from the Guru, and we need to apply that knowledge in our life. For which one needs to surrender to a Guru. Now in Bhagavad Gita, in the second chapter, verse 7, Arjuna surrenders to Krishna. So there's a very famous verse. Karpanya dosho pahatasva bhava pruchami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yashreyasya nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. Karpanya dosha. Arjuna is saying that he is afflicted by miserly weakness. Kripana, you might have heard this word Kripana. Who is a Kripana? He is a person who has no money. Who has a lot of money, but he does not like to spend it. He is a miser. But why is Arjuna calling himself a miser? There is no dealing of money in Bhagavad Gita. Now, Arjuna was a great Kshatriya and his duty was to fight. So he has the qualities of a Kshatriya, and because he was refusing to fight, it is as good as a person who has money is not wanting to use it. So he was called a miser. So he is himself, recognizing this and saying that I've been afflicted by this miserly weakness. In the same way, someone born as a human being but who does not try to achieve the goal of life is a miser. Now, in lower forms of life, which we'll talk about later, called animal life, animals only know 4 things. Ahara, Nidra, Bhai, Maituna. They know eating, sleeping, mating and defending. They have intelligence limited to these 4 activities. And it's only in the human form of life that one actually can come to question about the goal of life. Now, one who doesn't do that is a miser. Now, such a person will be too attached to the body and things connected to the body, which we normally call aham and mama. And Srila Prabhupada calls this skin disease. And this attachment to the body and things connected with the body actually is the cause of suffering also. But a person who is very much bodily attached, she does not understand that. We will discuss this more later in later videos. Now, such a human being who does not solve the real problems of life and dies like an animal is a miser. Just like a person who has money doesn't use it is a miser. Arjuna, who had qualities of a Kshatriya but was not ready to fight, was a miser. A human being who doesn't solve the problems of life is also a miser. Now, what are these real problems of life? Now I'm going to give you a definition of a problem. Please note this. Problem means nobody likes it, but nobody can avoid it. Now, what are those problems which nobody likes it, but nobody can avoid it? Now, you might say, my vehicle got punctured. Yeah, of course, nobody likes that their vehicle to be punctured, but that does not happen to everybody. So it's not a universal problem. Or somebody might say, no, my mate did not come. Again, it's not a universal problem. Real problems, Bhagavad Gita reveals, they're called Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Janma means birth, Mrityu means death, Jara means old age, and Vyadhi means disease. These are the real problems. And Bhagavad Gita gives us a way to actually find solution to these real problems of life. So Arjuna is saying, I am Karpanya dosha, I am afflicted by this miserly weakness. So he is now Dharma Sammuda Cheta. Dharma Sammuda Cheta. What is Dharma? We will discuss in the next video. But Arjuna was confused about Dharma. So he is saying, Yash Shreyasyan Nishchitam Bruhitan. He is asking Krishna, Krishna, please tell me whatever is Shreya for me. Again, this topic, Shreyas and Preyas, we will discuss in another video. Very important concepts. And then finally he says, Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. What is he saying? Shishyasteham. I become your disciple. Shishya. Shadimam. Shadimam means you instruct me. Please instruct me. Why? Tvam Prapannam. I have surrendered unto you. So this word Shishya in Sanskrit comes from Shas Dhatu, which means discipline. So disciple means discipline. So disciple surrenders to the Guru and lives a life of discipline. This is the relationship. So surrenders means what? Meaning simply he follows the instruction of the Guru. Now, Guru does not give suggestions, Guru instructs. Also, this relationship between Guru and disciple must be one of respect and service. And one has to approach the Guru very humbly, not in a very aggressive spirit. So Arjuna gives so many arguments in the first chapter why he should not be fighting, but finally he realized that he cannot solve his own problems. So he was rich, he was educated, he had so much of abilities, but he could not solve the real problems of life. So to solve real problems of life, one has to come to a bona fide Guru. So Arjuna accepted Krishna as Guru. Krishna is Adi Guru. So what is the role of a Guru? He gives the disciple spiritual knowledge, helps us understand the purpose of life and how to achieve it. So Krishna is Adi Guru and he begins his teachings in Bhagavad Gita with the following verse. He says, Asochan anvasochastvam pragnavadamscha bhashase gatasu nagatasumscha nanusochanti pandita. So he starts off scolding, chastising Arjuna. You're talking like a great scholar. You gave so many reasons why you should not fight. So you're talking like a scholar. But now you're lamenting for that which should not be lamented about. The wise do not lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Wise do not lament neither for the living nor for the dead. So again, this is referring to the body and we will talk about this in subsequent videos. So the learner does not mourn for somebody's death because he knows that Atma is eternal, body is temporary, etc. Arjuna was lamenting that he had to kill his relatives and teachers in the war, but Krishna is chastising him. So the first thing Krishna did when Arjuna surrendered to him was chastising. Or some people say, no, you know what, Guru is a very friendly person. When I go to meet my Guru, he will come, he will offer me some refreshments, he will talk to me very nicely, etc., etc. But Arjuna here surrendered to Krishna, and what did Krishna do? Chastised him. A genuine Guru is heavy. If a Guru only tells us what we want to hear, he is not a real Guru. It is the Guru's job to correct us, chastise us and point out our faults. Guru can even tell us what we don't like to hear. So we'll discuss the qualifications of Guru in the next video. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.